Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. This looks like very good news. It depends on which side of the fence you're looking at it. Having known that Nigeria is heavily indebted, one will get really worried why this is happening now. But then again, if you look at it from the other perspective, you would agree with me that this sounds more like good news than what people are assuming it is. Before we go to the newspaper to find out what is going on in Nigeria, that some people are really super excited over it. We like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you say bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as you update our channel on YouTube. Well, the Chinese investors have acquired 120 hectares of land in Akwa Ibom for Hindel City. Well, project is to generate 80,000 direct job. That's a multi-billion dollars modern city development project promoted by the Chinese investors. Hindel Investment Limited is coming to oil-rich Akwa Ibom State. It was gathered that the mouth-watering project is built to straddle on the landmass of 120 hectares at Ikot Adem, Itam, adjacent to the automobile company E2 local government area of the state. Executive Director, Africa Operations, Prince Owedinye Essien, who shed more light on the state-of-the-art project, stated that it would generate about 80,000 direct employment and commended the state government for signing a part with the investors for the project to kickstart in earnest, noting that Governor Odom Emmanuel was passionate about the success of the project given its industrialization drives. He said looking upbeat, said interest from investors have already been flooding in, stating that the choice of Akwa Ibom for the project was due to its peaceful ambience. He said, "We have already signed an agreement with the state government to facilitate an enabling environment and also make contribution in the area of security to make sure that the project takes off successfully." The governor was ably represented at the event by the SSG. This is one project that His Excellency does not want to leave Akwa Ibom State because the project is going to generate massive employment. We are considering a minimum of 80,000 direct employment besides other multiplier effect. Hindel City sits on 120 hectares of land that's about 1.2 million square meters land space, and it's a mixed band development that has industrial hub, residential township, the tourism, the recreational and central business areas. When completed, is going to change the socio-economic narrative of the South-South region. It will change a lot of things in Nigeria. We all know that housing deficit is a major challenge in Nigeria and Africa. So Hindel City Residential Township is meant to generate affordable houses for Akwa Ibom people and environs, and we are looking at 1,600 units, including 7 floors residential building, and we are envisaging about 3,000 people living there. On the other hand, we are considering a minimum of 20 manufacturing industries. A lot of restiveness we have today is orchestrated as a result of lack of employment, joblessness. But by the time the youth have something to do, nobody remember to think of crime. Ibom was chosen because of its peaceful nature. The project will not be abandoned because it's strictly private sector driven. We are committed. We know who the Chinese are. They are result-oriented people. So the project has a lot of local content with good track record. So it's all well planned project which cannot fail. That sounds nice. It makes a lot of sense. 80,000 direct employment. It's not beans, man. It cannot be more in a sachet. Judging the fact that there are no jobs in Nigeria. So hey, investment is highly welcome. But you will not blame some Nigerians thinking we have been owing these Chinese people a lot of money. Oh." I hope this is not another way of saying, in case you guys cannot pay, we just take this chunk as our part. But then, the governor of Akwa Ibom State have kind of directly or indirectly declared that particular art, that particular ideology, saying it's a private business. It has nothing to do with the government per se of the Chinese, but just that what a private business, a private organization looks at it as, look, we're into this, we can do this. Since you have deficit in housing, we can produce, or we can, get you a house housing units and with other facilities that makes it a city within city of its own that has even security issues. They can also help with their security ideas to help secure a particular place. And it's a seven-story building. Please, they should also remember the 21-story building that became a thing of tears, theater of tears some weeks back in Lagos State, where due diligence were not, applied. I just hope that they will not be carried away by that thing, that is a Chinese people or it's a white man, and do not apply our due diligence. Seven-story building is not more in a sachet. So please, we should please, quote unquote, sorry, we should please take our due diligence very seriously. But then again, since it's a private business, I guess there have been some, parts signed here and there. But this is called intelligent one, not the one who go and borrow. We don't even know what we're using the money for. But this card, when you see, please, when you people want to bring in governors, bring in people who use their brain. Think tank, they use their brain. When they borrow, they know why they are borrowing, and you see effect. It's not tomorrow when they finish borrowing the money, we don't know what they use the money for. Common Nigerians are paying heavy taxation here and there, hiking in food prices and amenities. Nigerians are crying and wallowing in serious poverty, no jobs to commensurate, minimum wage no longer minimum. At the end of the day, you begin to wonder, well, why then did we borrow if we are not having it in equal in we are not seeing it in our basic amenities? Nothing to really show. How much is gas today? How much is other amenities, like even ordinary pure water is no longer common. They don't call it ordinary. If you call it ordinary, that means you're not being good. In Nigeria, pure water is no longer common, it's no longer ordinary, it's gold water. In fact, it's a mineral resource. You don't drink it, you pay good money to buy pure water these days, and it's bad. And these are what we are talking about now. Governor Dom is looking on the other way. Yes, even if I will have any form of business interaction, it should be such that even when I leave office, there will be a direct impact on the people of Akwa Ibom, and they will smile for it. One thing we should give it to Akwa Ibom, to give it to Chinese people, is the fact that you have brought them in, okay, and there's a kind of an agreement. It is now on the duty of the government of Akwa Ibom to monitor the processes so that they don't bring substandard structures into play. But if they get good standard structures, 1,600 housing units is not a small one, and an affordable price. It's a good one. One, to even build it, the locals will be used. The instrument of the equipment could be locally purchased, and getting just that they're bringing companies, they should please employ, because bit by bit, Chinese will, after bringing the company, it's small they'll be bringing in their own people. I just hope at the end of the day we will not have 50% Chinese and 50% Nigerians in that particular community. Well, that's, we're going to wrap it up. Let's meet in a conversation. What's your take? It sounds good, like good news to me, but then we need to look at it with a broader perspective.